big idea number 2, rewards and incentives are not always appropriate for motivating learning. And this aligns really nicely with kind of what I had mentioned before, is that this whole line of research was done in thinking about how do we change behaviors, and only later on we thought about how do we motivate learning. And I noticed that I don't say training learning. We should call it motivating learning. So I wanted to tell you about a story, and this was a research study done in the 1970s. And what the researchers did is that they had a bunch of children come into the lab and ask them to play with markers. And a lot of kids at that age love drawing and coloring and playing with markers. And the researchers then split up the group of children into 3 groups. They had one group of children who were rewarded with a blue ribbon after they played with markers. And they were given this like good player ribbon every time after they played with markers. Then they had another group of children who were in the unexpected reward condition, where they got the blue ribbon only sometimes. It was not every time that they played with markers, but only sometimes. And it was during times where the child didn't expect it. Then there was a third group of children who didn't get any reward. So they just kept playing with markers and they did not receive any kind of blue ribbon or any kind of positive reinforcement or anything like that. And I want to ask you guys a question. So the researchers brought the children in and they were asked to play with markers. Then they were either given a reward, given an unexpected reward, or not given a reward at all. If you were to wait and see what happens, who do you think kept playing with the markers after? Who enjoyed drawing the most? And we've released, thank you Ehud for releasing that poll so we can see kind of who do you think enjoyed playing with markers or drawing the most? And I'll give you a few moments to answer and think about that. So we have some people who say that children who were rewarded with the blue ribbon enjoyed drawing the most. And then some more people who thought kids who got the unexpected reward enjoyed drawing the most. I'm going to leave it open for a little bit more longer if you guys want to chime in. Great. So kind of the majority of people are thinking the children who got the unexpected reward enjoyed drawing the most. Great. So I think the majority was correct. So the study found that children with who didn't get a reward and who unexpectedly got a reward were equally likely to keep drawing and enjoy drawing most. However, children who were awarded the blue ribbon after every time that they drew ended up not liking drawing and spent less time drawing when the researchers gave the children some free time. So for the kids in the blue ribbon condition, they experienced this decrease in intrinsic motivation. And by intrinsic motivation, I mean that they're interested in something because they're interested in it. So liking math because you're genuinely interested in learning about math, and not just because you want to, get that A to show everyone else that you're really smart or to appease your parents. So they found that kids in the no reward and the unexpected reward had this sustained intrinsic motivation. All kids liked drawing in the beginning, and kids who were not rewarded or unexpectedly rewarded kept liking drawing. Whereas the kids who were rewarded with the blue ribbon, they stopped liking drawing, even though they liked it from the beginning. So what happened here? I thought kids liked playing with markers. Well, kids who were rewarded for something that they already liked to do lost interest in that activity. And we say that they were over-justified, and we call this phenomenon the over-justification effect. Kids who were not rewarded for what they already liked to do or were unexpectedly rewarded continued liking that activity. So what does this mean for me as a parent? again, I'm going to prompt you again to think, how might I use this with my child? How might my child react to this? And have I tried something like this before?